and breathe. Inter Milan have done it. They have made history and have become the latest Italian champions. They have won the Serie A, and they did it in the most spectacular fashion after losing the top position to Juventus in the early part of the second half of the season. This is not just an ordinary Serie A title win. This is Inter Milan's 20th Serie A title, and now they will have 2 stars sewn on their jersey. How did Inter Milan do it? How did they snatch the lead from Juventus? Join us as we take you through the incredible journey of Inter Milan's title-winning season. Welcome back to the football pit. The future. Inter Milan has won the Serie A, and will soon show you how they did it. Before then, what is next for the club? Are they in big trouble? So, one of their fiercest competitors, Napoli, has hired the incredible Antonio Conte. Interestingly enough, Conte won the 2020-21 Serie A title for Inter Milan before he left them by mutual consent so he could become Tottenham Hotspur's coach. Conte's Tottenham coaching spell was a giant pile of hot mess. He left them by mutual consent as well and has been out of a job until now. Now, Conte has gotten the responsibility of stopping Inter's dominance just as he stopped Juventus when he was at Inter. So, Conte is back. Does this mean that this is the end of Inter's reign? Well, what do you think? Right now, their coach, Simone Inzaghi, will most likely stay. Inzaghi, who has been famously nicknamed as the King of Cups, due to him winning 3 Italian Cups and 5 Italian Super Cups, with Inter and Lazio, has committed his future to the Nerazzurri. Or at least, that's what reports suggest. Inter are keen on keeping the Italian manager, who led them to the 2022-23 Champions League final. Inzaghi might be motivated to resist temptations, especially as Inter's president Steven Zhang is trying to make sure that Oaktree doesn't take control of the club. Inter got an emergency loan from Oaktree in 2021, and non-repayment might mean Oaktree would own the club if Zhang doesn't find a solution. The same thing happened with Inter's forever rival, AC Milan, in 2018 when they got a loan from Elliott. Zhang is examining Inter's options and could get another loan with US fund PIMCO so that Inter can pay Oaktree loan. Inter has been turning their financial situation around by being smarter in the transfer market. In the summer transfer window of the 2023-24 season, they sold their goalkeeper Andre Onana to Manchester United for €51 million to buy 35-year-old Jan Sommer for €6 million. The 35-year-old Sommer has kept the most clean sheets, with 17 in 30 matches. Impressive, isn't it? Inter's smart work continued with the free agent signing of Marcus Thuram, the son of former Parma and Juventus defender Lilian Thuram. The striker ended his season with 13 goals and 13 assists, and Thuram will be staying for the next season, and he won't be the only one. Captain Lautaro Martinez, with his league-high 24 goals, is set to renew his contract, and Italy midfielder Nicolo Barella is also looking to do the same. Then Inter have bolstered their ranks with Polish midfielder Piotr Zielinski and Iranian forward Mehdi Taremi, who will arrive from Napoli and Porto as free agents. With their stars and coach staying, and with these new signings, Inter look to be ready for the next season. AC Milan should beware. Before we continue, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more. The title charge. AC Milan have been on the end of defeats at the hands of Inter. They have lost the past 5 Derby della Madonnina, including the Italian Super Cup final, both legs of the Champions League semi-final in the 2022-23 season, and this season, AC Milan suffered an even worse humiliation. They lost 5-1 at the San Siro in the Serie A, but that wasn't even the most humiliating defeat that AC Milan would suffer at the hands of Inter. That would be the title-winning game Inter played against Milan back on April 22nd, 2024. Inter began the season strongly, winning their first 5 matches of the Italian Serie A. That incredible 5-game winning run included a 4-0 defeat of Fiorentina and a 5-1 win over AC Milan, as mentioned earlier. Weakened Fiorentina, who had played in the Europa Conference League playoff against Austrian side Rapid Vienna, didn't have an answer to Inter's new striker partnership when they met. Their strikers Marcus Thuram and Lautaro Martinez were unstoppable during the game and were involved in all 4 goals. Thurman opened up the scoring with a thunderous diving header from a superb Federico Di Marco cross. What a way for him to score his debut goal. After that goal, Inter had a couple more chances, with Thuram himself shooting, but missing from close range. Hakan Calhanoglu also had an attempt to score from a long-range free kick, but the Fiorentina goalkeeper was alive to the threat. After holding off more Inter chances in the first half, Fiorentina completely crumbled in the second. Lautaro Martinez doubled Inter's advantage as he scored from a delicious Thuram pass, which found him unmarked. Then Thuram was fouled in the Fiorentina box, with Calhanoglu coolly dispatching the penalty and making it 3-0. Captain Lautaro then scored the fourth goal from a sensational cross to round off the scoring. With that Fiorentina win, Inter had their third consecutive win, a feat only AC Milan had matched. Now it was up to Milan to stop Inter, but you know how that went. That match was a battle of ideology. Stefano Pioli's men loved to be on the ball, but Inzaghi's men only wanted to do one thing. They just wanted to score, and they happily gave Milan possession, while they showed incredible ruthlessness in front of the goal. Henrik Mkhitaryan opened up the scoring with a close-range finish in the 5th minute of the game, and Thuram scored a crazy curling goal to double Inter's tally before half-time. Just as the game was getting away from AC Milan, Raphael Leão pulled one back, and that goal would be the first goal Inter would concede since the start of the season. However, AC Milan were not back in the game. Mkhitaryan made it 3-1, and Calhanoglu scored the fourth from a penalty awarded for a Theo Hernandez's foul on Lautaro Martinez. Davide Fratesi scored the 5th goal in added time to complete Inter's humiliation of their city rivals. After the match, Inter's coach Simone Inzaghi said at a press conference, "Last year, 4 derby wins brought us a Coppa Italia trophy and allowed us to play in a very important final. Today's victory gives us first place, but the championship is still very long." He was right. The championship was very long, and by September 27, 2023, Inter had tasted defeat. They lost 2-1 to Sassuolo at home. At the time, the question was, had Inter's form in the league finally come to an end? The answer was no. Slight stutter and a mighty win. Inter had a firm grip on the Serie A top spot, and their opponents slowly peeled away from the competition. Napoli, who in the 2022-23 season were celebrating their first Serie A title in more than 3 decades, failed to put up a respectable title defence. They managed one of the worst title defences in Italian league history. They changed coaches about 3 times and ended the campaign in 8th position. They became part of the 2 teams who have won the Serie A and failed to qualify for the Champions League the following season since 1995. Roma and Lazio, who looked like they would be title challengers, had horrible starts to the season. AC Milan, who seemed to be destined to stop their rivals from reaching the 20th Serie A title before them, had a disastrous spell at the end of 2023, and with that spell went their title hopes. So everything fell on Juventus, who managed to reach the top of the league while Inter were involved in the Italian Super Cup. However, Juventus had an incredible collapse, which saw them win only 2 out of 12 league matches. On the other hand, Inter went on a run of 13 wins that saw them storm through the Serie A ruthlessly. Pity that wasn't enough for a better Champions League run. Well, that may not have mattered to Inter as they had the Serie A in their sights. They had established a margin so wide that they stood the chance of winning the league early. After wins against Empoli, Udinese and a draw against Cagliari, Inter only needed a win to become the new Serie A champions, and their next match was against fierce rivals AC Milan. AC Milan were still reeling from how Inter humiliated them earlier in the season. This was supposed to be Milan's payback. They were going to delay Inter winning the league. They wouldn't allow their city rivals to beat them to win their 20th Serie A title, and also get the 2nd star on their logo. In the Serie A star is awarded after every 10 title wins. Inzaghi's men were extra motivated. What better way to get glory than by doing it right in the faces of their fiercest rivals? Inter played their hearts out in that game. Milan put up a good fight, but their motivation paled to Inter's. Even Inter fans were on another level during the match. They even spelled out a message to Milan. "Our destiny, your nightmare," they wrote. The match was box office gold. Things heated up in the opening minutes, and both sides engaged in pushing and shouting after a late challenge on Inter's Nicolo Barella. The referee didn't show any cards at that point. After 18 minutes, Inter scored the first goal of the game, then missed a couple more opportunities to add to their tally. Then, in the second half, Inter scored another goal, and Milan could only look on in horror. Milan managed to pull one back, but it wasn't enough to stop Inter winning their 20th Serie A title. San Siro lights up. Winning the league with 5 matches left, more or less won with 9 matches left, today making it mathematically certain, in a derby, with Milan the home team, that is something that will remain with us. Everyone gave their very valuable contribution so that we could reach goals like this, Inzaghi said. There are so many protagonists of this success, first and foremost the players, but also the directors and chairman Steven Zhang, as anything we needed during this journey was provided for us. It's an incredible sensation, we did something incredible, and it's only right to share it with as many people as possible, Inzaghi added. The captain Lautaro, enjoying their incredible victory, also said, "I told the guys, we find ourselves in a situation that's never happened before. We needed to take advantage of this opportunity because, look around, the entire stadium is ours now." It wasn't only the stadium that was theirs, it was the whole city. The celebrations spilled over to the streets as the fans of Inter took over. There was a lot for Inter to celebrate. Their new strike partnership both led in the goals and assists figures in the Serie A. Lautaro finished the season with a league high of 24 goals, and Thuram led the assists with a league high of 13 assists. Is this the beginning of Inter's renewed dominance? Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more action like this.